Two groups of people still have time to get a financial boost from the CARES Act and getting money back from your health insurance company. Well, that could happen. Here to discuss all of this is financial analyst Steve Budin. Thank you so much for joining us, Steve.
You're very welcome.
All right, let's go ahead and start off with those two deadlines coming up. When are they and what do people need to know?
A couple of deadlines. First one is September 30th, and it's really for CARES Act qualifying children under the age of 17. There may be children that qualify for benefits under the Veterans Administration, Railroad Retirement, Social Security, Supplemental Income. There's a laundry list of programs that can provide these benefits for the children. IRS is requesting you to use the non-filer tool, but if you've already applied, it's in the system, you should get your funds, but if you haven't, you do have until September 30th.
Okay, and then we have a second date that we need to look at, this one in October. So what do people need to know about that?
Yeah, if your income is low that you haven't filed a return, and that would be around $12,000 for an individual or $24,000 for a married couple, you still are entitled to benefits from the CARES Act as well. The fact you haven't filed a return, the government can't find you. So you can go onto the non-filer tool. You have till October 15th to do this, and you can get your funds. Worst case scenario in both of these situations is if you don't apply for the funds, you'd get a tax credit on your 2020 return. So if you don't file, you would have to file in that situation. Sounds a little confusing, so maybe talking to a professional would help.
All right, Steve, thank you so much. All right, and let's talk about getting money back from your health insurance company. So we talked about this before going on air. And basically, if I understood correctly, because of the pandemic and the lack of people going to the doctor and having elective surgeries, there might be some money laying around that you could get back from your health insurer.
That's exactly right. So depending on if you have an individual policy or part of a group policy, you might be entitled to share in that. So what happens is the health insurance companies have certain legal restrictions as to what they can do with funds. And to keep it simple, if they didn't pay out as much in benefit, some of that profit or lack of benefit can go back to the participants. So it might be worth anybody who has a group health insurance plan, talk to your employer or your HR department, or if you've been laid off, call your former employer and see where the health plan stands in terms of the benefits, because you might be able to get a credit on your next policy. And in some situations, the companies will even mail you a check.
All right, Steve, great advice. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll check in with you again next Monday.
Sure.
All right, and we'll be right back.